Hello, Faith Mom. So although I couldn't be able to film a day in the life as a mom of two little ones, a work from home homemaker, because my life really gets chaotic. Even as I'm talking right now, my little one's even talking. Oh yeah. So it's really difficult. So I'll just share the lessons that I've learned along the way. As motherhood humbled me, a type A personality. So there are many changes in my mindset toward time management. So I'm gonna share the top lessons that I've been learning and accepting in this season of motherhood. So, firstly, I'll just give you a quick overview of how my days usually go as a work from home mama of little ones. So now, I'm so blessed that for the past 3 months, my husband has been working from home again. So it's really given me more time and more rest compared to when I was alone. So he used to work on site for um, a couple of months, maybe 9 months. But now he's with us at home now. He's working from home, and that really changed everything for our rhythms here at home. So yun yung disclaimer. So thankfully now I don't do everything, taking care of the children and homemaking all by myself because my husband is with us now. But now he's taking a nap because he's been working long hours at night. So he also needs to rest. So our rhythm is the mornings are really my favorite because we try to have slow mornings as much as we can. And one of the things that I really like about homeschooling, I'm planning to homeschool both of my children, is that we'll have more unhurried time with them. So we want to keep our mornings slow so we can just focus with being present with one another and have, enjoy our breakfast and just let kids be kids. If they want to sleep in, they can. And we can have more committed time for family worship. So we just read the Bible and pray. So we just do that in the mornings, and we just have time together with the children. So usually I read the Bible with them also after my husband and I um, read and pray as a family. I have a Bible lesson with them. We call it Bible time. So we just read and follow through their Bible book for kids. So it's an illustrated book. I don't know where it is now, but we read through the passage directly from the Bible, and that really helps Kari enjoy the Bible. Mm-mm. Okay, you're David the shepherd, the shepherd boy. And then after that, after our mornings, we will have lunch na. So we'll have lunch together, and then we'll put the babies to sleep. So usually, the kuya, the firstborn, goes with my husband, and then I'll take the girl because we need to keep them separate because if they won't be separated for nap time, they'll just play all the time. So we need to separate them so that they can both rest. And while the babies sleep, and while the babies sleep, that's my time to work. So I work as an online teacher, and and I'll just try to squeeze in some of my other works um, as the baby's nap time allows. So I teach, and then I also write, and I also create a little bit of content to promote my beauty brand, my home-based beauty brand business. So yeah, so after the whole afternoon of baby's nap time, um, medyo magulo na anong nangyayari in between, but ganon. And then dinner time, we try to prepare for bedtime as early as we can. So 6 p.m. we try to finish our dinner, and then give them bath so that they could be conditioned to rest But of course, madami pang nangyayari after mag-dinner, maglilinis, maghuhugas ng plato, and then story time, and praying together, and just talk. And usually, ang bedtime is abot na ng ano, 7:30 to 8 p.m. Depende sa kanila. Number one lesson that I've learned is to focus or prioritize presence over productivity as as a type A personality. It's something that I really have to learn the hard way in motherhood because the realities of motherhood, homemaking, dependent ka talaga sa mga pangangailangan ng pamilya mo eh. So even though I plan and ito yung mga gusto kong gawin, it's just different. It's just dependent on your day-to-day life rhythm. So I've learned to just be gracious with myself and with my children, our family, because that's just life, especially with little children, little babies. Like you really work around their needs, their timelines, more than what you want to achieve, diba? More than the boxes that you want to check off in your list. So just focus on presence over productivity, and productivity doesn't um always equate to impact, diba? So even though yeah, sometimes nung umpisa when I was new to being a mother, I was so used to being so strict with how I manage my time, and that has to change since becoming a mother, and still had to change when my babies turned two na. Dalawa na sila. So from one baby to two, there had to be a lot of mindset work na ginawa ko, and to just accept, this is the season that I'm in. So I want to still be productive because I'm still working from home, but just to have a realistic understanding approach to how you would schedule everything. So because of that, because I want to be really present for my children and for my family, my husband. I'm just schedule what's realistically possible for the day instead of being too ideal and ambitious about my checklist. Ano na lang, sinisimplihan ko na lang talaga. And what's more important is um, I'll be able to do my most important work. What's most important is the most important, to be a mother. So yeah, I think when you focus on the most important things, the more important things, mas nagiging productive ka din in the long run because mas na babalanse mo na, napaprioritize mo na yung paggamit mo ng oras mo at ng lakas mo. And secondly, um, time management is management of everything. Time management is energy management, mental energy, social energy, physical energy. So when you're managing your time, you're actually managing yourself. So that's something that I have to put in mind also. That I'm not just managing tasks, I'm actually managing people. And people are dynamic. We're growing individuals, we're a growing family. Our needs and our time management, our rhythms could be different in depending on the season where we're in. So just bear in mind na you're managing people, not stationary objects, not just tasks, but you are managing a home, and a home is dynamic. So just be flexible with the changes that have to be done in every unique season you're in, and just be realistic also about what you can allot for the day. Like for me, I'm fully breastfeeding, and that takes a lot of my physical energy, my space, and my time. So I'm just being gracious to what I can realistically accomplish in this breastfeeding season. So, yeah. How about you? What does that look like for you? Ano ba ang physically possible for you? Ano ba ang, yeah, ano ba ang limitations mo when it comes to your mental energy and social energy and physical energy? So my girl is nodding and she agrees. So, yeah, more than just writing tasks on your checklist na dapat matapos ko to, gato, gato, and ambitiously, write, I don't know, 20 tasks per day na mahirap namang abutin, which, in the end, just frustrates you kasi parang hindi mo kasi ma-check, di ba? Ma-check off lahat yung mga sinusulat mo. But, yeah, somehow frustrating kasi, yun nga, makikita mo yung list mo na madami kang hindi nagawa. So, why not, when you're setting your goals and your objectives for the day, always bear in mind, ano ba talaga yung makatotohanan, realistic for the season I'm in, my time and energy will allow. So yeah, I'm a mother of two little ones. So I have to understand na my time is dictated by their needs also. And hindi naman, gone are the days na we should try to be superwoman, gone or Wonder Woman. Yeah, gone are those days because it should be gone. Why? Because it could easily lead you to burnout and discouragement also when you see na madami kang hindi na-accomplish kasi hindi naman talaga doable at this season. So yeah, I think more than being super mom, super woman, I think our children need well mothers, moms who are well, moms who can be present, who can be happy, and yeah, I think what's more important is to be intentional with the limited time and energy that we have. Kasi alam mo namang limitado, so you don't squander it. You don't waste it on things that are too consuming, demanding, but just be wise and faithful kung saan mo i-allocate yung limitadong oras at lakas na binigay ng Diyos sa atin. The last thing is the most practical is to get yourself, an organizer bag. So I have mine. It doubles as my quiet time bag also kasi nandito yung organizer ko, yung journal ko, and my Bible. Hindi ko maipakita na. So ito lang siya, very simple. I carry this around wherever I go so that I can check my organizer, my journal, and this is my organizer calendar planner. So this is a 365 everyday planner from Shopee. Ililink ko na lang din. And this really works for me compared sa mga notes kasi nga I need it to be handy and portable lalo na may mga bata ako. Baka mamaya i-read nila kung nakikita nila nakapost. Dati I really like post-its so that I can just see my to-do list on a wall, but that's not very effective for my season right now. So ito na lang, notebook. So ipakita ko yung pages. So ito, meron siyang monthly planner which I really like so that makita mo yung mga dates within the month. Undated siya, so ikaw na lang ang maglalagay ng date. So I really like to have, an overview of how my month will look like. And then there's also daily plan, which is very good. So I try to keep my daily plans at a minimum of three tasks. Yung mga pinaka mahalaga at mga mentally demanding tasks. So I just keep it to a three. Actually, for the past days, kasi medyo mas hectic at home, ang ginagawa ko na lang, I batch plan 2 days. So, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, dito naman, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I only have three things to do for 2 days kasi that's what's realistically possible for my season. Okay, so be gracious. Ang importante meaningful yung work na ginagawa natin. So this season I'm really going for depth instead of quantity. So I'm focusing on quality work than quantity instead of spreading myself, my energy, my mind too thinly across so many things. I'm focusing on one, two things, two, three things, and just go deep there. Like, of course, being present for my family, writing and teaching, because those are my commitments, to teach and to write. And when I have extra time, I make these videos and content and just focus there. So I'm not thinking of expanding muna, and the Lord is not leading me to do that, but to just go deep. So, yeah, there's this saying na a mile wide but an inch deep. So, ang dami mong dinadabble, but then you're not really mastering anything or going deep into something. So, I think for us mothers, hindi, especially for me, okay, I'm speaking for myself and my experience, it's not practical for me to do that because I'm already handling actually a lot. I already have two children, right? And I'm going to homeschool them. So that will already take so much. So I'll just focus on what the Lord has called me to do right now and steward that well and grow in it. So mainly writing. I want to grow deeper in my writing process, and um, that's why I always carry with me a journal. The thing with mothering little children, as I've said, you're dictated by their needs, diba? So it's so hard for me to capture ideas on the go because every every time that someone is with me, my thought processes is laging interrupted kasi merong iiyak, merong nanay. So it's so important for me to have pen and paper ready if I do have an idea that I want to keep and I don't want to lose, because mom brain is so real, di ba? So once an idea passes at hindi ko na capture yun, it's gone. Bye bye, goodbye mom brain. So it's so important for me to write things down just so that it won't escape me. And lately, I've been reading Plenty for Everyone, Corey Ten Boom. So it's a very short and easy read. Nasa kalahati na ako. I got it from the Bookish Mom Library on Instagram. And I'm so happy and blessed to have discovered them. I've been following them for a while, pero ngayon pa lang talaga ako nakabili sa kanila. Kasi ang hinanap ko talaga Elizabeth Elliot books from them, and tsaka yung Elizabeth George. So, the past na uploads nila last year, maka 1 year na din ako nagpa-follow sa kanila. Wala silang stocks. So, um, kaya ngayon pa ako nakabili. Although, hindi ko nabili yung gusto ko kasi naunahan ako. Paunahan kasi siya. At lagi akong late ng 1 second only. It's not meant to be for me yet. But at least, I found this read, Corey Ten Boom, Plenty for Everyone. So, it just talks about the richness of the gospel and our part in sharing the gospel to everyone. So yeah, very cute. Ilink ko din siguro to. It's very cute na clear bag. I also want it to be clear para kita ko agad. Because I'm all for efficiency, for time saving essentials. At least hindi ko na kailangan i-search pa inside the bag. I just see it right away. So that's it for now. Thank you for listening to my yapping.